Hello, I'm Rodney James Dio, and welcome back to the Murder Basement. Also, welcome back to us actually discussing horror movies again. There won't be any weird holiday specials with drunken supermodels in it this week. I'm still getting hate mail over last week's video, and I'm kind of happy about that. Anyway, have you ever been watching a movie with you and your friends, and you're all sitting around having a couple beers, and somebody goes, "Hey, wait! Look, it's that guy! Hey, everybody, it's that guy! Look, 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 it's that guy! You know that guy, everybody! Yeah, yeah, well, what's that guy's name?" Well, that guy's name is Larry Fessenden, and he is the hardest working man in horror. I'm just going to show you. Here is a picture from Larry's IMDb page. Okay, there have probably been more movies added to that since I took the screenshot this morning. Larry does do a lot of work. I think the term workaholic can be applied to him, which is okay. I'm a workaholic myself, which is why I'm down in my basement making these videos. So, I'm just going to go through a couple of films that Larry has made and just honor this guy for doing what he does. We're going to start with one that you're probably the most familiar with, and this is from 2001. And this is a film called Session 9. Larry turns up in the end of it. It's a really good film. I avoided watching it for a long time. I had it confused with another film. And then when I finally got around to watching it, I loved it. Also, if you're ever at a party or something, when parties resume, and somebody says, "Hello, Gordon," this is where that is from. So, yeah, Larry's in it a little bit, but that's fine. All right. Of all the movies on the list, and I'm going to be giving you a bunch of them, this is the one I recommend that you seek out the most. It is from 2008, and it is called I Sell the Dead. And not only is Larry in it, but it's also got Angus Scrimm, yeah, the tall man from Phantasm, and Ron Perlman. He's Perlman-esque. And it's not so much a horror movie. It is a horror movie. It's about body snatchers, but it's also a horror comedy, and it actually works really well. I own a copy of it, and I watch it pretty damn regularly. All right, now, in 2009, Larry was actually a producer on one of my favorite horror movies, and that is House of the Devil. Now, I've mentioned House of the Devil before, but I'm going to mention it again because it is one of my favorite films, and it's also got The Fix doing One Thing Leads to Another on the soundtrack, so there's many reasons to love it. But thank you, Larry, for producing that one. Now, in 2010, Larry appeared in two films. One is called Stake Land, which is a very interesting take on the vampire mythos. It basically has vampirism as a sort of viral disease. It's a very creepy film. Larry pops up in that. And Larry also pops up in a film called Satan Hates You, which I'm going to admit I've not seen, but I want to see it now because Larry Fessenden is in it. So I'm going to track that down. If it turns out that it's not that great, please forgive me. But I get a feeling it's going to be pretty good. It looks almost like a weird 70s grindhouse film, kind of in the way that House of the Devil is. So that sounds exciting. All right, 2015. We've got two from 2015. The first is a film called Southbound. And Southbound is almost like an anthology film. There's a lot of weird parts, and they do kind of link together, but I do recommend this film. It is very, very good. Larry's got a tiny part in it, and you don't see him. I hate to say tiny part. I'm sure Larry has a big part. But you don't really see him. You hear him on the radio. He's a radio DJ. Now, Larry makes up for that by also that year being in a film called Body. And Body is very, very good. And it's a film you should watch next year in December because it takes place on Christmas. And it's one of those, you ever see like a caper film where a bunch of people rob a bank and then after they rob the bank, everything falls apart? Well, it's kind of like that, except no bank robbing. And Larry is in this film a lot, and he's really good at it. So much love to Larry Fessenden. And then the last film that Larry's in, he's only in a little bit, but I am going to recommend this. It's called My Beautiful Island, and it's a film about prostitution or sex work. We call it sex work. It's work. And it's pretty rough. It involves a bunch of young ladies who come over here from Eastern Europe and what they have to do. And it does go horror movie at the end. So I'm going to recommend that one. So there we go. We have those. But also out there, I found out that Glass Eye Pix, which is one of my favorite little independent horror companies, has put out the Larry Fessenden Collection. Ooh, so I'm going to check that out. They have 4 films that I haven't seen, so I don't know how much I can recommend them. But the 4 films are No Telling, Habit, Wendigo, and The Last Winter. So yeah, seek out everything by Larry Fessenden and celebrate this guy. You know, he's out there making really good underground horror films. You go to his IMDb page and just go through that list. You're going to probably find some stuff you absolutely love. So mad props. And again, please seek out I Sell the Dead because it is fantastic and you will enjoy that. Okay, the band will be back next week with a big question. So it'll be all four of us. And it's my turn. So it's my question. So there won't be any touchy-feely talking about our feeling stuff. If I wanted to talk about my feelings, I wouldn't have spent all these years becoming a sociopath. All right, everybody, happy hunting, and go find the films of Larry Fessenden.
Somebody snatched our snatchings.
I'm in the wrong line of business.
I'm all lighted. How do they manage it?
Hey, who did you say that was again?
That was Cornelius Murphy, and you're lucky to be alive.
I think he just offered me a job.
What? Believe a good thing like this?